So Joy, first reactions to both Krunal Pandya, Prasidh Krishna getting in there. Never mind the format, as Michael Vaughan rightly said, bottom of the pile as far as the format is concerned, but individually hugely important for these two guys.
Absolutely. And, playing for the country is one huge thing for Krunal Pandya. He's had a very, very good Vijay Hazare tournament. He's a good cricketer. And the whole thing is that means India is finally going back to that. In these T20s, remember, they chanced their arm and they said that for the first 2 matches, if you remember, the first 4 matches, they went with literally 5 bowlers. And they said, one bowler slips up and say, today they're going with the 6th bowler, just like they did in the final of the T20. And that's interesting. The fact that they're playing with 6 bowlers, and this may well be the formula moving forward, saying that let Virat get a few more options. So there's Kuldeep, Prasidh, Bhuvaneshwar, Shardul, Kunal, and of course you have Hardik as well. So that's the one thing. The two, it's probably the first time in cricket history that both the all-rounders in a team are the brothers playing together. So brothers have played together, but I'm not sure that they played as the two sort of designated all-rounders in the team at the same time. So it's interesting. So good selection. The other thing is Prasidh he's a slippery bowler, and quite a few people on social media were quite angry because they said, KKR has developed Prasidh Krishna, and Doda Ganesh, who's been in the Karnataka setup for the longest time, says this guy plays so much of one-day cricket. This is a one-day format. It's a 50-over format. He's really done well for his state. But when he gets picked, you're saying it's because of KKR he's picked. So he was actually quite angry about it. And I thought with a fair amount of justification. He was quite justified.
He'll probably get my IRS. He'll probably get angry at me as well, because that's the first reaction I had. When I said Prasidh Krishna, I mentioned purple of KKR, but that tends to be the platform, and the glamour platform where you get noticed. But Michael, the 5 names we had in blue for Team India were, of course, the changes from the T20 International. So can you still change of format? India, of course, fabulous victory in that 5th game. You want the momentum to carry forward, but with 5 new faces, do you sort of say we've reset everything?
No, India will still be powerful. I am surprised by, Rishabh Pant played, pretty much non-stop for a long period of time. So maybe just giving him a breather, that's not a bad thing for him. But Suryakumar Yadav, it'd be a player I would have played. On the back of his tremendous T20 performances, I'd have just gone with the ride and played him again. I think it's so important that when you get a player comes in and sets the lights up like he did, you carry on with him. I just think he's such a good player. He can adapt to, he plays brilliantly in T20 cricket, could easily adapt to the 50-over game. So I am surprised that India haven't gone again with Yadav, but he's still a powerful lineup. You look at that batting lineup and you look at the expertise, the skill. Obviously a big game for someone like Shikhar Dhawan with all the younger players coming through. No Shubman Gill in this side. A wonderful talent. Maybe they could have had a go with him as well, because he needs a little bit of time in the middle. But whichever Indian side gets put out in Indian conditions, you're going to have to play extremely well to beat them.
Could you figure out a reason, Joy? No Surya Kumar? You said 2 brothers can play. Is there maybe you can't have 2 Yadavs in the same team?
I was thinking, but exactly, I was wondering. They played Kuldeep, which was a bit of a surprise, and I'm very happy for Kuldeep, because I think he really hasn't got his chances, and I think they're also building his confidence up, because they know he's a unique bowler. They need to give him chances. But 300 and, forget about his T20 form. Suryakumar Yadav has come off a Vijay Hazare where he scored 332 runs at a strike rate of 151. Made it to every tournament team. Every team of the tournament had Suryakumar Yadav there. He was absolutely imperious form. Prithvi Shaw scored the runs up front, but every time Suryakumar Yadav came in, he made the run rate jump. And 150 strike rate in T20s is good. In ODIs, it's ridiculously good. He is an impact player in ODIs. And I just cannot fathom what they saw.